Hey, what's up everybody? This is the Lifestyle Fanatic, and today we are talking about Tales from the Gym. This is a segment that I'm just going to start throwing in there. It's not really a full episode, but anyone who works out and goes to the gym specifically has experiences or sees certain things that they come home, they tell their spouses, they go tell their friends about, or they just keep it inside. And at the moment you see it or it happens to you, you think, what the hell? But then sometimes you just let it go. Well, I get to use this podcast as a way to vent out my little aggravations or little funny things or little oh my god moments that I see at the gym. So in today's Tales from the Gym, I'm going to talk about a couple of things that I saw today. Today was leg day, which Sunday is my favorite because I get to really go in there with morning energy. I get good sleep Saturday night. I don't have to work on Sunday, so I get to go directly to the gym, take my pre-workout. I'm fasted, so it's just the ideal day to work my legs. So I really kill it on Sundays. So anyway, I'm at the gym. First of all, Sunday is my squat day. I am more likely to get a squat rack on Sundays than I am on weekday evenings after work. It's so busy at these gyms after work. So I'm likely to get a squat rack on Sunday. Worst case scenario, I have to wait until someone's finished and I could do my warm up or whatever. But it's a pretty good chance I'm going to get one. I go into the gym today and all the squat racks are taken. That's okay because I could do walking lunges, which is excellent for warming up for me on leg day. So I go grab the 55-pound bar. It's the little, the smaller bars, 55 pounds, and just start busting out some walking lunges. I don't count. I just go one direction down, one direction up, just keep going back and forth till I'm fatigued, take a break, shake it off, stretch it out, and do it again. So I'm watching lots of people use the squat rack for various things. Now, the squat rack can be used for a ton of things. You could do your entire workout at the squat rack. A lot of people joke about how it's annoying that some people do bicep curls at the squat racks, or you'll just see just pull-ups at the squat rack. That can be super annoying. So in this instance, I'm doing my walking lunges. And there's also this separate bench. I'm not sure what the exact name of it is, but it's a bench with a barbell and maybe half of a rack. There's two pegs where you could put the bar. It's basically for bench pressing. That's all it's for. You could do other things there, or you could take the bar away from it and do something with just the bar, like deadlifts. This machine, I guess you'd say, this station or whatever, is used mainly for chest press. So I do see a couple of guys at the squat rack that are alternating bench press. They're heavy bench pressing. I think it's like 2 something that they're doing. They have a lot of the 45s on there. So I don't even bother asking them if anyone's after them or how many sets they have, because they look like they're going to be there a while. But what I do see is a young girl, I'm sure younger than me, who happens to be at the squat rack benching. Fine, sure, I do it all the time. What is she benching? 55 pounds. Yes, she is benching just the barbell with a 5-pound plate on each side, which totals to 55 pounds on the flat bench. Now, call me petty or judgmental or whatever you want to call it. It's not about the weight, the fact that she's doing lightweight, because hey, lightweight is better than no weight. You have to start somewhere. No one started by benching 225. So this girl is bench pressing the 55 pounds, which could be bench pressed using the same exact bar that I'm walking with, doing my walking lunges. It could also be done by using dumbbells. And she also could be doing this at the little bench press area instead of at the squat rack. But whatever. So I go to her thinking that she's not going to be there long because she's been doing this exercise for about 10 minutes already, taking breaks in between, and has not increased her weight once. So she's been doing 55 pounds straight through. So I go to her and ask her, "Hi, is anyone after you?" And she said, yes. She's looking around. She's like, "Some guy, but I'm going to be here a while, so I don't know when he's going to get to go." So I'm like, "Okay, cool. Thanks." So I walk away. Deep down, I really wanted to say, "Look, can I give you this bar that I'm doing my walking lunges with that is the same exact weight as what you are benching, and you go right over there to where you can bench press or to a bench that's just sitting there and do your bench press while I do my squats because it is my leg day and it would make more sense. It would make more sense, right?" But I left it alone. I said, "I'm not going to be that person today. I'm just going to go back to my walking lunges and wait. Eventually my squat rack will be free, or if not, hey, I'll leg press or something." So luckily, the two guys who had been alternating ended a few minutes later, and I got to jump in, do my squats. Wonderful. Great. So I'm squatting, and at the rack kind of diagonally in front of me is two guys. So it's one guy, one Hispanic guy, and one guy who looks Russian. So I don't know if they're friends or if they just happen to agree to do their squats together. But the Hispanic gentleman is using very heavy weight, squatting in perfect form. I mean, I strive to have that form. He was, ass to the grass, parallel, everything was perfect. The other guy, when it became his turn, the Hispanic gentleman had took off a 45 plate from each side so he could go, which was good. Then this gentleman, at first he starts squatting 135, which should not be his warm-up set. It can be many people's warm-up set, but it shouldn't have been his. He was bending, his chest was heading towards the ground, which you should not do. Chest should be up. He was only squatting about halfway. His knees were close together. He was coming back up, like legs first and then back. It was just, it was paining me to watch this. I just wanted to help him. And I'm thinking, this other guy really knows what he's doing. Are they not friends? Or does he not feel comfortable enough to tell him, don't do this? Then I don't know. So the Hispanic gentleman goes again with 245 plates on each side. And he's squatting again, impeccable form. It's the next guy's turn again. What does he do? He adds weight. So then now this 135 becomes 155. And he squats this a few times, except it's even worse because his back is still going down, like his chest is facing towards the floor. Oh God, it pained me to watch this. And he's not even really squatting halfway anymore. Now it's like a quarter of a squat. And I don't know if he was trying to keep up with the other guy, or how a lot of men are in the gym, and even some women lately, they want to do more show than actual work. And, they'll put the weights on and just do this painful looking exercise just to try to make it look like they can, they're macho. And it was not good. Not good. I hope his back is okay. Because let me explain to you something. I can squat pretty heavy. I can lift very heavy, not for a girl, just in general. I outlift plenty of guys in the gym. I can squat very heavy. I can leg press 540, not no problem, but I could do, a good set, a couple sets of 540 in leg press. I can squat, mentally, I can squat more than 135, but I could squat 135 for sets. But you know what I do? I have had a lot of back problems in the past. I've had, a lot of knee problems in the past. So what I do, I'm not going to lie, I squat, and I just recently started squatting again. But I'm not going to lie, I squat 95 pounds right now, which is the bar plus 225 plates. And I go for reps and I go for form. I take my time. I started out with 50. Now, mind you, I do this in sets or take breaks in between, every like 10 to 15. I went up to 60 and now I'm up to 75. I am not going to increase to 115, which would be a 35 on each side instead. I'm not going to increase to 115 until I can do 100 squats with perfect form, without hurting my back, without feeling it in my back the next day, with no problem. Then I will increase the weight. I'm not going to half-ass 135. I'm not going to half squat. I'm not going to do something just to look macho. I go in there to work out. I don't go in there to show off. I don't go in there to look sexy. I don't go in there to have dudes look at me or have girls envy me. I go in there to take care of business. So where I might curl 50, 55 pounds for sets, hey, I have no problem squatting 95 pounds, which some girls do that are, not even experienced squatters. It's fine. So put your ego to the side. When you get to the gym, leave your ego at the door. Go in there. If you want to stay there an hour, if you want to stay there 2 hours, if you only got 30 minutes, if you can only do certain things, do what you can do. Go in there to get your exercise. I see people year after year who still look the same. They haven't progressed. They haven't, it's not like they gained weight, but they also didn't lose weight. They didn't tone up. They didn't build muscle. They're not doing anything heavier. They're always doing the same exercises. And they're trying to shine for some reason. And it's like, no one gives a shit what you're doing. They might look at you and, dudes might say to girls, you look good, or girls might look at guys like, oh, look what he's doing. And I don't give a shit what you're doing. You go in there, you work, you go home. I also wanted to mention this other guy that I saw doing these deadlifts that looked terribly painful. He was at an angle to the left, and he was arching his back when he came up. It really looked painful, but I'm not a deadlifter, so whatever. There was also this girl who I happened to see there regularly. I've seen her there for years. She really likes to show off. But hey, some people like to shine in certain areas. That was taking lots of selfies in between her sets. And her sets weren't impressive. I mean, she was doing things that a beginner would do just with good form. And she's taking these selfies and she's walking around the gym like she runs the place, or like, she's a movie star there. And it's like, okay, honey, calm it down. Calm it down. Anyway, so this was the first episode of Tales from the Gym. I just want to express things I see at the gym, and hopefully you guys can comment and let me know some things that you found funny at the gym. I know every time we go in there, I'm sure we see things that are pretty interesting. So until next time.